I've always been inspired by the ironwork at Timberline Lodge, located on Mount Hood in Oregon. There's lots of ironwork. Some of it's old ironwork from when the lodge was originally built, and a lot of it is more contemporary. Today, I want to make a little door pull be suitable for a closet door, a cabinet, something like that. That isn't an exact copy of one seen there, but is very close to a copy of one seen there. And the thing I like about that is it clearly starts off with a piece of angle iron, so it has that unique character to it. I've done a few test pieces, and I think this piece of 2" by 3" angle iron, about 3/16 thick, is the best thing I have on hand. I think I would prefer this same leg size, but in a 1/4" thick. So a little thicker would probably be nice, but I think this will be a good way to test the idea. And if I need to and want to make a whole lot of these, maybe I'll go buy a 20-foot stick of this in the 1/4" thick version. It's going to be a nice hot day today, so I'm going to do this in the induction forge. Puts out a lot less heat into the shop. It's also the most economical fuel source I have available, but it isn't absolutely necessary. You can do all of this in a gas forge, coal forge. Heck, you could even do it with a torch if you wanted to. I think the first thing I want to do is thin out the part that's going to get scrolled up. That looks a lot better with a little bit of a taper in it, so I want to thin that out and taper it before I do anything else. Around the top of this slot off, this is what's going to become the pivot point. And it's kind of hard to get in there and round it up with a small file. So the more I can forge it round and smooth, the better off I'll be. I'm going to go ahead and cool this off so I can do a little bit of filing and clean up any rough edges on this. Since it's mild steel and down to a black heat, it's not going to hurt anything. I want the backplate for this to be rounded. Like everything else in blacksmithing, there are numerous ways you can achieve this. I'm going to go ahead and show just cutting it roughly with a chisel, and then we're going to do some hot rasping to clean it up. But this can all be done with an angle grinder, a belt grinder, bench grinder. It can be done on a bandsaw, with a torch, with a plasma cutter. There are lots of ways to do it, although simple tools like a chisel and an old worn-out farrier's rasp can get a lot of work done without a big investment in other tools. But just to be clear, I do own a belt grinder, and normally I would rough this out on a little bandsaw and then clean it up on the belt grinder. That's our little door pull, cabinet door, screen door, something like that. Inspired by work seen at Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood. And I'm really quite happy with the way this turned out. This is not my first go at making one. I did some other things. It didn't like the proportions quite as well. The swivel didn't come out as smoothly working as I would have liked it to. So I've kind of adapted, and this is what I ended up coming up with. It's really very nice proportionately. I think maybe the back plate could have been a little bit longer. I didn't leave enough room for a screw at the bottom, but it's still pretty good. Heck, you could use this as a little door knocker if you wanted to. Anyways, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch today's video, with a special shout out to my channel members and my Patreon patrons. I couldn't do this without you. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have time in your day to get out to your shop, make something, but have fun, stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next video.